Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna share with you a profitable trading strategy between the dollar index and Euro USD analysis. We should know that the dollar index takes the value from a basket of USD related currencies, and this is the reason that it is very helpful when we trade the USD related pairs. However, we are going to look at the steps one by one. As a beginning, we are going to look at also the fundamental, to look at this also from a fundamental perspective, considering that we have many big events and we are not going to focus only on the dollar index, but we are going to focus also on the economic calendar. So for this week, we have the ADP employment data, and the focus will be very big in these numbers this time because the market is speculating about a possible rate cut from the Fed on the June's meeting. It will be very difficult to interpret this data because the market is not reacting in the same way, despite the fact that it may come higher or lower than expected. I'm not sure how the market can impact, but this is going to create high price volatility in the market. On the other hand, during the coming days, we have also Fed Chair Powell testifies on Wednesday, March 6th. On Thursday, March 7th, we have Fed Chair Powell testifies again. And also one of the biggest events for Eurozone, the ECB interest rate decision. This will be during the opening of the US market on Thursday, March 7th. And on Friday, we have Eurozone GDP data and also the non-farm payroll data. So all of these indicators are related with Euro USD. It is going to be a very volatile week during these days. However, despite the fact that we have problems to interpret the data this time, but we know that we have big events ahead, we can see also what is going from a technical perspective. So that is very important as well. So we have seen DXY also before, since when the price broke out from this triangle pattern here and later increased. So this was the first forecast that we had previously. The price reached the targets and it was posted also at this point, and the price increased again. During these moments, if we are going to look at the relation with Euro USD that we posted during the previous time, we can see that this is the beginning of the dollar index when it was at the bottom. Euro USD was at the top, and this was the beginning of the bearish movement, and it worked out very well. And the top here, when this analysis was shared and later it was updated, this is in line with the dollar index that we are looking at above. So this was the first part that we are looking at, and later it was the second part for the dollar index. So what are we going to expect during this week? After the price created the bullish moves, as you can see on the chart, the price created these moves here, very beautiful bullish patterns. At this moment, we can see that after this breakout from the pattern, the price is accumulating again. So we have the similar pattern as the previous one. Overall, we can see this in this way. This is accumulating. And it is likely that we can see the beginning of a bearish movement from this point here if the price will break down, and we can see a bearish wave happening. However, we have to be very careful. Probably we can be also in this type of small range trading pattern here, and once the price will break, it may continue lower. However, we have to be careful because the first and the strongest support will be found below this point at 103, and if the price will manage to break below this point, it will continue to move down further. So this is what I'm looking at. If we are going to look at Euro USD, it has a different pattern, but approximately it looks the same as the dollar index. We can see that we had a pattern here. The price broke out from the pattern, and this is accumulating. The market so far is waiting for the events that we have. The ADP employment data will be the first one. Fed Chair Powell testifies in front of the Congress. The market is going to anticipate any possible rate cut from the Fed. So if Fed Chair Powell is going to share any specific date or any specific meeting related with further steps that they can take. However, the inflation is slowing down, but I don't think that they will change the interest rates anytime soon, despite the fact that the inflation is slowing down. So considering that we have two big events, we have ADP and Fed Chair Powell, and later we have the ECB interest rate decision, we have to be very careful, because from the ECB interest rate decision, it is not expected anything new. During the previous time, they said that we are data dependent and we are going to look at the data before taking any decision. But before the meeting, 1 week before the meeting, they said that probably we may cut the rates on July's meeting. So that is why we have to be careful also from the ECB. If we are going to look at Euro USD from this perspective, this is very similar with the DXY, and that is why we have to look at very carefully. Euro USD will begin moving higher once the price will break through 1.0860. So this is a possible movement that may happen, and if we are going to look back on dollar index, it will correspond to this breakdown here. Once the price will break below 103.6, it should continue moving down further. However, considering that we have also the ECB interest rate decision, we have to be careful. The market may anticipate that the President Lagarde is not going to share anything new. It can be possible that we may see Euro USD testing this zone as a beginning, 1.08 approximately. It has chances of happening. And if the price will manage to break through this area, then we have to be careful because it can move down up to the bottom of the structure. So also this is a possible scenario that may happen. Probably it is not in cards right now, but it can happen during the ECB meeting. Probably we are not going to see this movement tomorrow during the ADP data, but it can happen during the ECB meeting. However, considering the bigger picture, I think that we may see a bounce up again, considering that the focus is still on FOMC. That will be at the end of March. So we have to be careful from this bullish movement, and overall this will be in line with the dollar index. So if we are going to see the dollar index to bounce above this area, it may test the top at this point, and in this way it will create a double top formation. This double top can push the price down again. So this is the bullish scenario that I'm looking at for the dollar index. For the moment, I still think that this is the first moment that we can see the dollar index moving down and USD getting weaker. However, it is not ready yet for that movement. So both scenarios at this moment are possible, considering that we have room to interpret this. On the other hand, we have also the non-farm payroll data. They will create another big mess on Friday, even if the price will not take any clear direction during the first two events. The problem is that the market is going to look at the non-farm payroll data in order to anticipate any possible rate cut from the Fed. However, it is not expected on the March meeting. If anything will happen, probably will happen on the June meeting, but I don't think that the Fed is going to share that comment during the press conference that we have this month. So let's see what is going to happen. overall, I think that we should have a weaker USD during the coming weeks, but we are not having a clear direction yet. So this is for the dollar index, two possible trading scenarios, and it will be in line with Euro USD. Euro USD should move above 1.0860 in order to rise further or to develop something bigger. So far it has been stuck in this area since a long time. So let's see what is going to happen this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like button and follow. Bye bye.